As soon as you talk about like how much money you make as a streamer or some shit, people are like, oh, you're entitled, oh, blah. Like, I mean, just look at the title of the Twitch clip, right? Or look at people like Poki who are so fucking thirsty to jump in and like give their dumb 2 cents take on this topic. Like everybody just wants to like show like how ethical and moral and virtuous. Like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have to sub to anybody. Nobody's fucking saying you should have to sub, you stupid fuck. Nobody's saying that you're entitled to a subscription, or nobody's saying that you have to fucking sub to some streamer. Stop, I don't know. I don't want to say more of these cringe fucking takes. I'm good. Do you want to get more triggered on the every streamer giving the reaction to the V stuff is just going to be some variety of like, oh, she's so entitled, blah 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 blah, just chatting thoughts horrors. Like that's going to be like every criticism. Like the original, it's so funny because the original thing is basically just like, if you're not subbing, it's not because you don't have the money to, it's because you don't want to, which is still fine. Just don't lie about it. It's pretty basic. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. Most people that watch Twitch have the money to sub. If you don't want to, just don't do it. Do you think Bad Bunny was wrong in the viral clip? I can't believe I have to go, like, give me the clips side by side and we can watch them. Bad Bunny was basically complaining and crying and shaming her people for not subbing to her. That was Bad Bunny's whole problem, right? The main point of Bad Bunny's thing was that she was mad that people were watching her stream and not subbing. V's main point was that she just thought it was stupid to give the excuse, you can't afford it. You can afford it. You just don't want to. They're two fundamentally different arguments. It is clear that she's implying that people are freeloading and would have the money to sub. She's putting undue pressure on her viewers. But keep simping, bud. You didn't ruin that pussy yet. How fucking jealous are you? How jealous are you, one, that you think I'm anywhere near as obsessed as getting laid as you are? Just because you've never been before, right? How sad are you that you think that, like, on my mind, you think that I have so much time that I'm going to go around the internet and try to suck up the girls to get laid? I don't have to do that, okay? Maybe you do. Maybe you're projecting that onto me, but holy fuck, dog. Like, it's pretty evident, like, where your priorities are. Number one, okay? Number two, hold on. I asked her the context of the clip because I was curious. So I said, wait, what was your original point for all of us? She said, oh, sometimes I ask people to sub, and I always get a wall of I cannot afford to / I can't afford it. My channel is 18 plus, so any adult saying they can't afford $5 seems very strange. Like, yeah, that's a fair point. If you've got like a bunch of people saying like, oh, I can't afford to sub, it's like, that's kind of weird. Like, how are you watching my stream so much? You can't, that's it. But it's not like, oh, like, you should feel ashamed for not subbing, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Anytime you talk about anything related to money or whatever, people get like really fucking self-righteous like really quickly. It's so funny to see like how many people will like the true colors show like very quickly. Oh, streaming's not a real job, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're just begging for money. Literally, technically every single job is begging for money. Like you stock a shelf and then you beg your boss to get paid for it. You write some code, you beg your boss to get paid for it. Like if you want to be that reductive in your analysis, technically every single job ever is begging a capitalist for money, right? Like technically, like, I don't know. That point is 100% correct, but she didn't phrase it the best. Yeah, sure, her phrasing wasn't the best, of course not. But like to take to take like a take that was like probably phrased a little bit stupidly, like she definitely could have phrased it better, and then to name the clip like what was it, like self-important streamer demand subs during world pandemic or whatever. The third was like, holy shit. Entitled streamer shames viewers for not subbing during a global crisis. Yeah, good one. I really don't want to. This is like. I mean, we can do it on voiceover. I don't want to spend all day defending this take because it's like, this is one of those things that's just like common sense correct. Or, well, actually, fuck, we could actually draw out if we wanted to. Like, okay, here, fucking let's do it, okay? we can draw out the argument and then somebody can tell me which parts they think I'm incorrect on. And then, assuming we all adhere to the same deductive logics, let's see if we can get to the same point, and then we can just be done with this, okay? Okay, so here's my first premise, okay? I'm not debating Poki. I don't give a fuck what she has to say on this, okay? Here's premise one, okay? The average Twitch viewer is going to be is going to have more expendable income than the average American, like as a whole. Does anybody disagree with this? That a person with access to the internet and free time hours in the day to watch streams is probably going to have more expendable income than like the normal average American. Are there people that actually disagree with this? I don't know why people are only saying 18 plus when children have some of the like most expendable income in the world. I mean, but sure, we can make it 18 plus because V's stream is marked 18 plus. So we'll say the average 18 plus Twitch viewer, okay, is going to have more expendable income than the average American. Let's say that, okay? Notice I'm not saying most income. I'm saying most expendable income. What the fuck? I have to buy Lego sets with that money. The majority of viewers are probably college students that can spend that money on their school debt. Wait, what? Are you going down to the fucking FAFSA office asking where to mail in your $5 checks? What are you basing that on? Children have income? You mean allowances? No, expendable income. Or do we not even know what the words mean? Hold on. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Generally, for a child, a very high percentage of any money that you make is expendable or disposable is what I should say. I'm sorry. Meaning that you can spend it on like random like shit that's fun for you. Now, when you're an adult and you buy things, or when you're adult and you make money, a lot of your income is not disposable, okay? You have to spend it on bills, right? You have to spend it on like your house or your car, right? So 50% of your income, right? Generally when you're a kid and you buy toys and you buy games and shit, like this is spent with disposable income. There's a reason why 21 to 30 is a prime advertisement, right? Okay, so instead of expendable, I should say disposable. Okay. Why the fuck would Twitch viewers have more expendable income than a regular American? Are all the people watching the boob streamers kids? What are we getting at here, Destiny? Wait, what? Okay, maybe this is the main premise then that we all disagree on, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe this is the one. Somebody linked me Statista.com and I need a $39 per month premium account to see the stat. Thank you for that. Okay. If we seriously disagree with this, okay, these are the things that I would say, okay? Number one, if you live in a house with a computer and internet, you're probably already in like a decent spot in America, okay? You're not homeless. We've gotten rid of those people. You're not so financially destitute you can't even afford an internet connection or a computer, right? Okay, so you're probably doing okay there, okay? So that's number one, okay? Number two, if you have hours a day, like at least 1 hour a day to watch a Twitch stream, well, actually, we can even back up. If you have an interest in video games, okay, when you say really stupid shit, I'm going to IP ban you for 1,024 hours. This is my only warning. Think about it before you say some real dumb shit. So Mauler X, you don't need a computer or home internet to watch Twitch streams. The average viewer is not going to the fucking library to watch Twitch streams, you inbred dipshit fuckhead. How fucking stupid are you to type that in chat? You don't need a computer or home internet to watch Twitch streams. Sure, you could sit outside your school on your fucking Nokia phone and tap into the Wi-Fi and watch streams like that. I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption. Dude, I can't even believe it. How fucking stupid you guys are. Holy shit. Like, where do you think the average person watches Twitch streams at? Do you think they steal a fucking, like, you're literally doing the, like, didn't know, free internet, free laptop, free Wi-Fi, no, never sub. Like, do you really think that's the average case user? That the average person watching a Twitch stream is doing it on an internet connection they don't pay for on a computer that they don't own? Like, holy shit, how fucking dumb. Not to mention the fact that in order to watch a Twitch stream, you also probably need a decent-ish internet connection, right? You're not doing this on some shit like, I don't know if like on a one down, one up connection, not gigabit per second, but megabit per second. I don't think that on like a, Paul, are you at the library? 82% say, yeah, nice job, okay? Like, I don't think that the average person, I notice that a lot of people's heads aren't geared for stats. That, like, anytime you say something, like, if you're a sprinter, you probably have, like, above average, muscular development in your legs. Like, if I were to make a statement like that, if you're somebody that sprints, like, the health of your legs, like, the muscular build of your legs is probably going to be superior to that average. Everyone in chat be like, that's not true, Destiny. What about the Special Olympics? That's not true, Destiny. What about people that race on one leg? That's not true, Destiny. What about people that have rockets attached to their back? That's not, like, these would be, like, I would be getting, like, all the different 1% scenarios where people are like, nope, that's not true at all. Like, why? Like, we're speaking in broad averages, okay? In broad averages. Most people that are watching Twitch, probably watching on a device that they own, okay? Most people are probably watching on their home internet connection, okay? On average. The fact that you would, one, have an interest in video games means that you're probably coming from a slightly more than better off background, okay? That might be hard for a lot of you to hear, but believe it or not, there are people that grew up that didn't get consoles all the time, that didn't have the newest video games, that didn't have a PC that they could play on. They just had one family PC and they weren't allowed to play games on it, okay? So if you were playing video games and you grew up and you grew up playing video games, probably a little bit better than average. Not rich, okay? Notice I didn't say that you were fucking Bill and Melinda Gates' grandchild, okay? Not anything like that, but you're probably doing a little bit better than average, on average, okay? We would draw two curves, average American, okay? Video game playing American. They're going to be a little bit, so you're already doing okay because, you're already into like the video game world. You're probably okay, all right? Demographically speaking, all right? Pretty sure the platform is mainly white people, okay? It's also probably a little bit better financially speaking. White people socioeconomically better than black people generally. They generally do better, okay? And you have hours a day to watch stuff on your internet device, okay? So you're not working 2 jobs or 3 jobs or, like going to school and then working full-time and all this shit, right? These are general assumptions, okay, that are probably going to be true. So with these assumptions, I didn't know I needed to write out like a different argument, like for my first premise, maybe. But I think it's safe to say I would put money on it that the average 18-plus Twitch viewer is going to have more disposable income than the average American, okay? I think that's fair to say, all right? If we agree with this, okay, $5, how would we form this? Expenditure. $5 is not a lot of money. What is the average cost of a Starbucks order? The average price of a Starbucks drink in the US is $2.75, okay? This is less than 2 Starbucks cups of coffee. I know college students that drink this shit every fucking day, okay? So $5, this is a month even, right? Can you prove that all of these viewers are over 18? I can't prove that, but our thing is set to 18 plus. I mean, there could be kids sneaking in and chatting as well, I guess. Stock Pink 1. Wait, do you work at Twitch? Do you want that exact thing? Wait, Destiny, wait, is this public information? The average household income of a Twitch viewer is around $112,000? Holy shit. He's a Twitch admin. Wait, is that public information? No, someone has been posting Sci-Hub studies. Destiny me, click. What is this? First of all, there isn't a Sci-Hub study, right? That's the site where you go to see things for free, but that goes out to public and ComScore is the source. Wait, how are there like graphs here, or why can't I see this anywhere? Oh. Time. I'm gonna guess this is weekly. I already know that I'm right on this. I can't even believe we're spending so much time reading about this. European Bachelorette. Gross. Destiny, can you statistically show me that poor people disproportionately less?
Can I get an F in chat for all those poor Twitch viewers? Lol, no Voddity GG are rich. Alpha male chats and Twitch chatters are poor. Beta males duck or C.
I don't see income listed in here. Searching for income, searching for household. Twitch by the numbers. Stats, users, demographics, and fun facts. What is he trying to prove, by the way? That $5 for a sub isn't a lot? I mean, it's not a lot. Not for people that watch Twitch. Okay. All right. Regardless, okay? Fuck it. I think we're good here. Is this enough? What are we even trying to prove here? Where does the financial obligation come from? DM me on Discord. Do not unban. No one here is talking about a financial obligation. Literally, no one here is. Okay? No one here is. Okay? All we're saying, the only thing, okay? Am I scared of Poki's feet? I'm not scared of Poki's feet. I just don't want to argue with her, jumping on like the fucking bandwagon. I already know that if we were to argue, she would agree 100% with my point, okay? She's just jumping on the drama so that she can get her 2 cents in because it always looks good to tell other streamers to fuck off when they talk about subs. But that's easy for Poki to say because she makes millions of dollars a year doing it, okay? It's super easy. There's no reason to argue against that, okay? All right, here we go. Run it down. Where are people going to have the problems, all right? The average 18-plus viewer on Twitch is going to have more disposable income than the average American. We know this is true, okay? Number 1. Number 2, $5 a month, it's not really that much money for the average viewer. It's not. That's just true. We know that. You can't disagree with either of these, okay? Number 3, right? The average viewer is not negatively impacted by a $5 a month contribution. We know that as well, okay? That's easy, okay? Conclusion, I can't afford it. It's not a valid excuse for not subbing. Now, that doesn't mean you have to sub. Doesn't mean you should sub. Doesn't mean you have an obligation to sub. If you don't want to, because either you're lazy to do it, because you don't want to do it, because you don't give a fuck, okay? Those are all perfectly valid reasons to not sub. If someone is like, I don't want to sub because I don't give a fuck. I don't want to sub. You're like, oh, cool, okay. Or I don't even know how to like connect that shit. And honestly, I'm too lazy to fucking hook it all up. I don't give a fuck. I'm not typing my credit card in. Fuck that shit. Oh, cool. Amen. That's great. Fine. But when you're like, well, I don't think I can afford it. Pretty sure that's bullshit, bud. Pretty sure you could afford it. Pretty sure you could shit $5 a day out of your pocket. Probably not even notice, okay? You'll be okay, all right? That's it, all right? The only counterpoint is that people watch Twitch because it's free, and if it wasn't, they would find other content that was, but it's not that strong of an argument. That doesn't have anything to do with anything I'm talking about. I'm not saying you have to sub if you watch it. I'm not like... Do you see how that's not wrong, but it's rude, though? Sure. But we're not talking about if it's rude or not.
Just use your Amazon Prime to sub.
I think the average argument misses the point. The reason people think it's insensitive is for edge cases. Like one of the 20 plus just laid off who have to tighten their belts. I agree it's dumb to take a... Don't care. So I stopped reading halfway through. That's how fucking boring your statement was. Do I have to accept the first premise? Like if you're a college student, millions of people, maybe you don't have that kind of disposable income.
You have convinced me to resub.
I don't know if I personally just have negative experiences with college, but I feel like college kids spend a lot of money on a lot of dumb shit. Do you think the vocal minority might be the one? Like, I feel like college kids are like the fucking prime buyers, like of every fucking Starbucks coffee thing, like near a campus and everything. Like,
COVID has
like,
helped curb
I wonder
my
how many
Starbucks
people.
addiction.
I wonder how many people.
I still give you one hot chalky a month though, Nathan Godstony.
Thanks. I wonder how many people that are college students talk about how they can't afford a Twitch sub that like buy weed every week. Like, I'm super curious about that.
$10 a month sub for 9 months.
I agree, Destiny. Just wondering, how much do you give Kurzagad on Patreon per month to support them since you watch their content regularly and use to fill dead time? Whether or not I donate to something or don't donate to something, do you understand that it has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about? Because...
What a great debate, you talking to the wall. Not a simp, by the way.
Because I'm not giving the excuse that I don't donate to people because I can't afford it, but rather because I don't feel like looking up everybody's Patreons or because I'm too... Like, that would be the reason I would give. If you were to ask me, why don't you donate to XYZ person? I'm not going to sit there and say, oh... Well, because I don't have the money for it, right? Do you understand the difference?
Really. People are spending that shit on drugs or extra stuff. Steven?
Just curious, if a person has free time, disposable income, and an interest in video games, why would they watch someone play video games for free rather than play themselves? Probably because watching is part of a community.
I was too poor to sub, so I got Amazon Prime to sub for free. Bonus meme, don't woof.
Why are you talking about average viewers on Twitch in her clip? Didn't she specifically target poorer people?
If you are too poor to give $5 to your favorite streamer, you should just move to another platform. Pepe laughed.
I think the phrasing of her argument was really shit because people brought up like, well, what if you literally can't afford it? I think it's fair to question the wisdom of a person that's watching multiple hours of Twitch streams a day that doesn't have $5 a month of disposable income. Like, but okay, we're moving on from this.
Destiny, according to statistics, mean disposable income peaks at 4,554 and is lowest at 25.
Nice.
And below. You can argue Twitch viewers can still afford it, but I don't think it's anyway correct to say they have more disposable income than the average person.
When you're comparing stats, you would compare between like age groups, right? If we were comparing stats of Twitch viewers and the average Twitch viewer was 20 to 30, we would be comparing the average of their income to 20 to 30 people outside of that. Obviously, your disposable income will probably increase as you grow older, right? Because you're going to be working longer, meaning you're going to be making more money. Your expenses are probably going to go down, especially 45 to 54 as kids start to move out. Of course, you'd compare it across like ages. Not being facetious, do you think unemployed college students have more disposable income than the average American? It's possible. I'm not sure. Even though your income is probably pretty low, You tend generally get money from your parents or from student loans, and you don't have expenses generally, depending. That's a really hard question to answer, right? Like sometimes you have a dorm, sometimes mom or dad pays for it. Address RTB's argument. I guarantee you whatever he said is dumb as shit. So I don't even what. RTBA simps so fucking hard for anything like against like streamers making money. Those stats show the average viewer watches 45 minutes to 1 hour a day, not multiple hours, while using average income for Twitch viewer base, and then using I'm muting all donations. Why those stats show the average viewer watches 45 minutes to 1 hour a day, not multiple hours, while using average income for Twitch viewer base, then using non-average watching time for those same people. I'm gonna go ahead and make the assumption that the like average like loyal viewers to streamers like in the 1,000 range are probably watching for more than 45 minutes to an hour a day. My guess is gonna be that most of those people are going to like the super huge fucking normie streams. But like the people that are getting like 30,000, 40,000 viewers, probably people that drop in for 45 minutes to an hour. Like I see a lot of fucking people in my chat that are here for like hours and hours and hours, like every fucking day. Didn't the site say 1 hour, 45 minutes? I don't remember. Destiny, he's lying. The average daily watch time is 95 minutes. Oh wait, is he just reading it off incorrectly because he's so fucking raged about the topic, or? Twitch users watch 95 minutes per day on average. Okay, so he was just either lying or wrong. Gotcha, cool. Okay. Okay, I don't care about this. I don't care about this argument that much. I know that everybody on the internet does because for whatever reason, either because he's a woman or because streamers talking about money triggers the fuck out of people. But personally, I don't. Ooh, that's a good mega nuke. Hold on. It's not something that I really want to spend like the entire fucking day arguing. It's a hard question. Unemployed college student versus average American, sure, but that would be the most important point, right? It's the basis for P1 of your logic chain. Listen, dude. I don't know. I can't tell if people are like so fucking desperate to like win the argument that like they can't. I don't want to call it common sense, but like I'm sorry, but you're fucking delusional if you think the average Twitch viewer is so fucking strapped for disposable income. You're fucking delusional. We can find somebody can mail me stats later or find it or whatever. There's just no way. Like you're so wrong if you or you're just so mind fucked in terms of what you think the average person's lived life is, that you think that people that sit on their fucking ass watching computer games or watching people play computer games are more strapped for cash than like the average like American or like representative of like a working class struggling American. Like it's just delusional. I don't know how else to say it.
White name's Pepala.
You should do an experiment, wait until this drama dies down and do a sub rant on your own and compare the reactions. I mean, I've already talked about it. So I've said like all these same things in the past before, but nobody gives as much a fuck when I say things like this. Everyone is talking past each other. So many are arguing against you have to sub if you're watching versus using that as an excuse. Yeah, because people just hear what they want to hear. They just want to shit on like fucking like because as soon as you talk about like how much money you make as a streamer or some shit, people are like, oh, you're entitled. Oh, blah. Like I mean, just look at the title of the Twitch clip, right? Or look at people like Poki who are so fucking thirsty to jump in and like give their dumb fuck 2 cents take on this topic. Like everybody just wants to like show like how ethical and moral and virtuous. Like oh yeah, you shouldn't have to sub to anybody. Nobody's fucking saying you should have to sub, you stupid fuck. Nobody's saying that you're entitled to a subscription, or nobody's saying that you have to fucking sub to some streamer. Just that like the argument that like if you're watching hours of Twitch stream a day and you're saying, oh, I can't afford it, it's probably bullshit. You probably can afford it. You just don't want to. That's it. That's all the argument is about. Like that's it. Have you said it as seriously as she did? No, you used comedic undertone when you've done it. I feel like most people are taking issue with the wording of it. Sure, that's fine, but then take issue with the wording of it.
Buddy.
Then say something like, man, this was said in like a pretty shitty tone. Not like entitled streamer during worldwide pandemic cracks down on people paying for the survival of their grandparents instead of throwing $45 a month in multiple subs. Like Jesus fucking Christ. I hate when this happens every time like an easy drama thing was up. Like okay, I'm time to drop my on Twitter, okay? Okay, what is my brave tweet? You should not sub if you can't afford it. Oh, I'm so brave. Oh my god. I just want to drape myself in the American flag. It's the bravest, truest thing. God, I'm so brave. I'm so brave. I was so scared putting, like, unpopular opinion, guys. But I don't think any streamer is entitled to your money. Oh my God, I'm so brave.
Now I can't afford
typing
food.
That. Like, hold on, man. I gotta go to. I'm sorry. I'm actually gonna be okay. r/unpopular.
How about entitled
opinion.
Streamer tells one guy that said he can't afford it that the average viewer can Pepe laugh.
Yesterday, my little brother was hungry and I couldn't afford any food for him. I was watching a streamer, as I do sometimes, in the 1 hour of free time I have in the day when I'm not pulling doubles at either of my 2 full-time jobs. And that streamer told me that I should donate money to them instead of feeding my starving, anorexic, not by choice, sibling. I instead decided to feed my little brother. Was I the asshole? What do you guys think? Oh, post it.
Entitled DGG chatters Omegalol. Obviously Twitch chatters are true 5 head.
Unpopular opinion. If you can't afford to eat every day, you shouldn't subscribe to Twitch stream. God, there's so much. How much bravery. I'm the real hero of this pandemic. Thank you. Oh my God. Destiny would defend any take as long as there's a chance for him to coom. I love the projection. I was actually, one of the reasons I've been so down the past few days is because V told me, she was like, listen, I'm going to give an extra spicy take on stream. And I was like, okay, yeah. And she's like, well, do you ever want to see me again? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course, milady. I really want a crumb of your pussy, please. And she's like, well, you better come out extra hard. I know you can debate, and I'm going to need an expert debater on my queenly side to defend me from all the internet hate. Are you up for the task? Because if not, I don't ever want to see you again. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can bear it, milady, but I'll do my best. So that's why I'm out here in the trenches. Never mind the fact that I think I'm pretty sure I've given similar takes to this like all the time, but I'm not a girl, so I don't get clipped and people don't get mad at me. Destiny responds to Pokemon's tweet. InvaderVie is one of his fuck buddies. Of course he'd agree with her. I'm pretty sure I've seen Bad Bunny more than I've seen InvaderVie. I'm sure there are other people that I've had sexual relationships with that I've disagreed with on stream before too. But we can pretend that Destiny has extreme bias. I mean, okay. We go over how what V said is different from Bad Bunny. When Bad Bunny rages at her community, she like literally gets pissed off of them for not watching and subbing to her. Like it's literally like the last clip that came out from Bad Bunny was like, I'm streaming right now and you guys are watching a movie in Discord. This is ridiculous. You're supposed to support me. I think V's response to her community was she was just frustrated that like people are saying like, oh, I can't afford it when her stream is marked like 18 plus and it's like $5 a month to sub. It doesn't really make much sense. I think her quote is like, that doesn't track. V's tone was definitely shitty. I could tell you a million miles away, because of the type of streamer you are, because of the fact that you're a woman, people are going to get hella mad. Remember when that thread first went up and had like 12 comments in it? And I was like, this motherfucker, this is going to be at least a 450 comment thread. I know it. And it went up to like over 1,000. Like I knew it was going to be. Obviously, she said it in an incredibly stupid fucking way. Like it was incredibly dumb. She should have been way more tactful. Although I don't know if there's any way she could have been more tactful. But Bad Bunny literally rages at her community for not like subbing enough and like gets mad at them if they're not like supportive of her like on like Reddit and shit. Like it's insane. Have you seen the beginning of the second phase of the Groper stuff? Nick going to TikTok and attacking the fairly milk toast conservatives on the platform. I have not seen it. Do you think it was her way of helping Katerina leave the drama spot? Like definitely not. I'm not gonna lie, her tone made the clip look really fucking bad. Yeah, but like that's also like a shitty thing. Like in some ways she should be mindful of her tone, but then in other ways it really sucks because like I'm friends with a few women that are kind of like stronger personality women. It's just kind of like a thing you have to deal with, that like as a guy, like you can be like really snarky and sarcastic and like make it work and come off really well. As a woman, dude, you just sound like a massive turbo cunt. Like it's really hard as a woman to ever be like snarky or, you know, like to be like a little sarcastic or whatever. Like you come off as being a huge fucking bitch. It's impossible to do it. It's so fucking hard. But yeah, I mean like that's just like the reality of womaning online.
In 2019, you agreed with Bad Bunny shamming her followers and calling them leechers for not subscribing. You were traveling to Nebraska IIRC, but now in 2020 you surprisingly disagree with her.
I don't think I ever agreed with Bad Bunny shaming her followers. I'm pretty sure that like the one thing I was consistent on the entire time I talked to Nicole is that she had a really bad relationship with her fan base. Like, we even talked about it in person. Like, I think I even gave, like, examples in real life of, like, guys that she was DMing from her fan base that she was being an asshole to. And she was like, oh, no, they're just memes or whatever. Like, I don't think, but okay. Yeah, yeah, the camel guy. Another thing too is like, sometimes when shit happens, like, this is either going to be a scorching hot take or it's going to be like an ice age ultra cult take. There is no in between here because people feel very strongly about this. I feel very strongly about this, okay? I'm a big believer in shit that you say when you're mad or drunk. It means 100 times more to me than anything you say when you're of sober mind. When the filter comes off and you start unloading shit when you're upset or when you're drunk, I take that shit 100% to heart. I would never, ever, ever like let it slide. Like if you're saying some crazy shit to me, I noticed that like I think that sometimes when people
Destiny, Mr. Mouton muted me for 82 hours for linking DPAK's stream. Please unmute me, Desti Senpai. Bonus meme. Micro Moot is a nerd.
I'm pretty sure you're unmuted now that you resubbed. Fuck, what was I just talking about? Oh god. Depends on the context. Oh yeah, Dan is mad. Yeah, oh yeah, when people get mad, like I wonder if I've ever done this. Generally, if I get mad at somebody, I try to focus it to the thing that I'm on, or if I do bring up something, it's something we fought about. But like when somebody gets mad at you and they start bringing up some like crazy fucking shit, I think that it is super indicative of underlying thought processes sometimes. So for instance, when Trainwrecks got mad at me or my community, I don't remember what we were fighting about, and Trainwrecks brought up the thing when I was like grinding League like really hard, and Trainwrecks like, oh, it's because your viewers are low, you're starting up drama. It's like, wait a second. Do you think that everything I talk about, I'm just starting drama? Do you think I do this because of my viewership? Do you think I even factor my viewership in when it comes to like going on your show or think like, that's kind of weird that you would like go there, that like I obsess over that. Like it makes me think that you either think I do or you do and you're projecting it on me. Or when I had that big disagreement with Hassan about the Kamala Harris stuff, and then when he started to get frustrated at the end, because we can go back and listen to that conversation all you want. I never dropped any like personal, like the worst thing I said was like, this rationale sounds like how Nazis reason things. I think I said that in that conversation or something. Or like this sounds like alt-right or like rationale. When he starts dropping like, you're the Ben Shapiro of the left, like all you do is like talk fast and do debate. It's like, oh, okay. So like this is stuff you've always, because it's not like you just developed this opinion, right? This is stuff that you've always thought, and now it's just kind of coming to the surface because you're upset. Now you're actually like telling me what you feel, right? I'm a big believer in like when people get upset and their mouth starts running, that's when you find out that's when they start dropping some truths that they don't always that they, when they're of more sound mind, they are tactfully and tactily holding back, I think. Yeah. Oh, but the reason that I bring that up, Hassan was so jealous of you in InvaderVie. I seriously doubt Hassan is jealous of anything that I do. That's really weird. I think Hassan and I have very different taste in women and lifestyles and almost everything.
Studying the fucking blade, dude. Like, when you're out there partying with girls, he's studying the fucking blade, dude. Like, look at this shit. Look, I mean, you don't believe me? Look. Moderators of InvaderVie, Neo Destiny, 25 days ago, full permissions. Full perm, boy.
This was in 2019? Oh, weird. I was friends with Girl with the Yellow Spoon, and I was friends with InvaderVie when they first started streaming. And usually what I'll do is I'll grab a sub if I see something, or like reserve a name, because a lot of people don't think about it. If you don't get that shit early, you never get it. You're fucked completely. But that's, I disagree with that take. I don't care. This is like I could never be moved on this take. I just couldn't be. I could never be moved on it. I believe it with all my heart and soul that as soon as if somebody's mad at you or if somebody's like intoxicated and they start spewing shit or whatever. I don't believe that it's, I don't think that that's like fake. I don't think alcohol or drugs invent things in your mind. Maybe on like an ultra high dose of like psychedelics or some shit. Maybe if you see someone as like a fucking alien or something, then maybe you could call somebody mean names or something. I don't know, but like for the most part, like if you just get high or some shit. Kind of. Alcoholics just say random shit. I don't believe that. You might say something with like tasteless or tactless. But you're not gonna like totally invent shit. Oh yeah, I got the Majority Reports channel on Twitch too. Technically, I think Dan was the one that made the account, or he told me to. I don't remember, but yeah, we got that one too.
Hey, I muted the stream. Hey,
oh, nice. We got Greek here too. Okay.
Muted the stream as soon as he started playing the clip. Easy boys.
In the same way, Destiny's gonna shit on me.
Oh my God. Are we gonna do so when somebody, oh God. Oh, I already know what this whole thing is gonna be. So Destiny is out here criticizing other people for giving their takes during the drama. well, by criticizing my take during the drama, you've just done exactly what you told us not to do, right? It's like when you walk into a room and like 3 people are like shouting at other people like, oh, stop. And then you walk in, you're like, guys, knock it off. And they're like, huh, you're telling us to stop shouting, but you just came in and shouted at us, aren't you? Fucking gotcha. Is that?
For shitting on InvaderVie, he's doing the same thing I did. Like, I understand.
So the difference is that typically, I wish I should write down, I feel like I need to write down examples of anything, because I don't know how many people keep track of what I do. Typically, if there's drama on Twitch that comes up, and it's super boring, like, not boring, but like, if it's like clearly one way, where it's like, oh, well, that person fucked up, they shouldn't have done that. Generally, people beg me on stream to talk about it, like, oh, do you have a take on that, blah, blah, and I'm usually like, I don't care. Like, obviously they fucked up, they're bad, people are gonna have fun with it, and that's it. Like, I don't usually go over like very obvious, very boring, like, so even on the Caterino stuff, who's like pretty intimately attached to our stream, or at least was in the past, no, well, kind of is because of D&D, even that I didn't really talk about that much. It's pretty boring for me to like pile on to somebody, right? I don't think it's the same when you're like, hey, maybe we shouldn't like just pile the fuck on us and give like really obvious one-dimensional takes on something. Like, I don't think that criticism is the same as like all criticism where you like pile in on shit. Like,
And what I was saying to her, it kind of seems like sitting on a high horse, and exactly what he's saying to me. He also likes to do the same thing.
the difference is I usually don't like pile on to a person who's like pretty clearly like, oh, well, this person's about to get shit on by the entire internet, right? Like,
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. What I was trying to do is more like, because I have a certain voice on Twitch, I enjoy speaking out on the shit that I personally feel is really not cool and that I'm sick and tired of seeing.
wait, that you're sick of, so of all the stuff that we could talk about here, of the multiple thousands comment threads where people are saying things like, what a dirty e-thought, what a stupid slut, get a real job, you homeless fuck, like you're a pathetic fuck, the thing that you felt was most important to come and speak out about was that we shouldn't force people to subscribe if they're unemployed or homeless. That's where you really felt like your voice needed to be heard. Like, that's the important contribution that we need. Like, everybody get Poki on the phone. Poki, do you think that people should be forced to sub if they can't afford it? No. Oh. Thanks, Queen.
And I also think, I mean, maybe because he's friends with her, that he is more...
Do you think it might? Do you think that Poki being like extremely fucking ass mad that V made the stupid comment about her and Hassan fucking, that maybe that might focus, maybe that might influence like her decision making a little bit as well, maybe. But we're not gonna bring that up, right? We're not gonna think about the fact that she like literally had like a huge issue about her, you know, bringing it up and tweeted about it and commented on Reddit. We're not gonna talk about that. It's just gonna be my personal relationship with V, despite the fact that I am very clearly willing to torch the fuck out of every relationship I have. If I have a friend that says something that I don't agree with, right? We're gonna pretend that I'm gonna sit here and take people's sides on issues just because I'm friends with them. I'm pretty sure I've got a particular proclivity for burning bridges with friends that do shit that I don't agree with. But we'll pretend in this case because it's convenient, and then ignore her personal investment in it as well, right?
The benefit of the doubt that he gives her. And other people...
I'm like Schrodinger's simp. Schrodinger's simp, where I like simultaneously will burn every bridge and then simultaneously suck up to every friend.
At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. What I was trying to do is more like, because I have a certain voice on Twitch, I enjoy speaking out on shit that I personally feel is really not cool and that I'm sick and tired of seeing. And I also think, I mean, maybe because he's friends with her, that he is more generous with the benefit of the doubt that he gives her. And other people, including me, don't feel that way.
Hey, let's just say Destiny's been around the block. That's what I'm about to say.
He's been around the world, my dude.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything. Hey, let's just say, boys. Right.
I mean, honestly, I also think it's like, who the fuck cares? Who cares what Destiny thinks about my take, what his take is, what everyone's take is? It's so goddamn boring. Don't let us stop doing it. You don't.
Remember when Poki and the rest of the offline TV people capitalized on Lily's misery to get on Twitter and do a bunch of shit posting? When they were supposed to be, when Lily was crying in the other room and they were all on their couches, like trying to craft the perfect tweets to get the most amount of fucking engagement they could on social media. Remember when that happened? But okay, whatever. I don't care. Most of the people on this platform trigger the fuck out of me. She called Destiny a contrarian and a debate lord. She turned into Hasana LL. It's just what she does, whatever she needs to for her fucking views. The ruthless businesswoman meme, right? Imagine having Greek in the call and like making like, oh god, it's whatever, dude. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Wait, they literally rescinded. Wait, what are you talking about? They literally defunded the mandate. If your state hasn't picked up.